All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. That's going to go down as a gain of 7. Now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning. Like a
Jair.
engine. And that effort's
Hell
contagious.
yeah.
This entire offense is getting a
The Ravens trying to trade Mark Andrews to the Jets. Or I don't know if they did already. I think a pick.
Wilson to throw on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough off the chain.
That drop must have pissed him
You're
off.
not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Football on that 47-yard line. 1st down. They give to Harris from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
They just trying to
He
make
was
plays.
supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself.
Bro, you
up
71.
Thanks to a great effort defensively.
That sound like you can have some runs.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
They tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy.
Why you start slacking like that though, bro?
To those checkdowns to the running back, wanted to make this offense earn every.
And this is intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Need to snag that motherfucker.
That would be the defense, demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First off, well, listen, it goes
Oh,
to the
Marshawn?
defense, and now really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate, in this game of adjustments, in the game of
Bro, let me hit that outside. I see it.
next.
He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. They're on a stop. Larry Ogunjobi manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
That shit look pretty dead today. Kalen joined the left. Know that mean he ain't fucking with it.
Throw in from near his own goal line. He'll get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr.
Yeah, you be on that shit with the tackling, bro.
Gain of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington
That
first.
diving shit, holding square.
Just great instincts. Go second down rather than just play conservative.
I can't stand that, bro.
Weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of
Oh
downs.
shit.
Hey, look, any run of this size is going to wound the defense.
We're close though.
When you get this game going right up the heart of their defense, you start to break their will and break their pride.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He's on the move. He's running with it.
I want to.
He protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out
I had
of
to
harm's
take
way.
the safer
Nice game
route, bro.
And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot at it.
And what a hit there. Ouch. She
No,
makes
you
the
not,
choice for
bro.
me to change that
You
time.
gotta stop doing that to my nigga
Even
though.
though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
Going to the ground again on 1st.
Nigga, switch
Defense
on.
gets there to force a small loss. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. We're back to Northwest
I want you to
Stadium
switch
right
on,
after
try to
this.
hit stick or something, you know?
Time now for the second quarter. Commanders in possession. They have second and pretty long here. Another carry for Robinson. We're working a couple of yards past the line. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. They get those 2 yards back, but now it leaves them with 3rd and 10.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like
Hold
that
on,
one,
bro.
softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Able to hit Robinson complete. He's
Ah,
going to be across
give me the extra
midfield,
yard.
close to the 45 before going
I
out.
gotta go for it.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Daniels to throw on 4th. That's cut beyond the marker. Touchdown, Washington.
Damn, Benny, my bad. You done missed the highlight.
So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then
How,
relying
bro?
upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Thought I was gonna run that
One splits the
motherfucker.
uprights. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest.
My shit lagging, bro.
Seibert now ready to set this flight.
Chill.
And that kick is going to go out of bounds. And you know
Don't
what
do
that
me
means.
like
That
that.
ball's headed to the 40. So marching forward after they accept the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun snap for Wilson.
Man, pick that.
Incomplete. Had the connection,
You
but
be
some
trying to fit
strong
shit like
hands
that
got away
in?
there.
There's the importance of staying in.
Yeah, that's a good pass.
He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
Second and 10 now. Getting out to his left. Caught by Fryerview. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. From the gun, they go with Harris. And he'll advance this
Man, we
down
gonna
to
hurt
the
him.
38-yard
He gonna be
line.
tired.
Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
This is Harris on 2nd down.
Damn, what the fuck?
Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead.
What?
Can't jump
He on that?
until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
Bro, he not on that, bro.
24 on that play.
Najee Harris ain't on that, bro. That's a good ass run.
Staying on the ground.
Good
with
tackle.
Harris. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. We've hit the 2-minute warning now from the nation's capital. The Steelers pushing for points. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach the 2nd down. So now they're going to throw with Wilson. He brings it in. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Wilson now from the gun. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime.
They made me
Najee
keep that
Harris, the
trash ass
touchdown. Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers
I do too.
tie this game 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here's a
There got to be a way
return
you
from
can
the
change
7.
that shit.
He's got
Ooh,
away
shit.
past the 30. And he's returned here. That's just shy of the 35.
Damn. Let my nigga get out of there.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
He is.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. They gain 14 on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Daniels on 1st down.
Fuck, I'm running that bitch.
Drop it.
Nah, I'm finna run that.
Offensive timeouts, that's their first. As they'll meet and decide what
Hell
to do
no,
on the
I'm trying to hit
second
that hole with Jaden and get out of there. Nah, it's gonna happen, bro.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers side of the field.
Rhythm. You hear me talking about
Nah,
rhythm
bro.
a lot. Whether it's a golf
I don't
swing, a
think you
baseball
are.
swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to
This time they're going to get there and they drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. The Commanders ready for the punt. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first.
Guess what you on?
They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Commanders punting on 4th down, and they're going to bring out the ever-reliable lefty Vance Tressway. And the sunlight's not
Fair catch there, bro.
Looks up and makes the fair catch.
Please.
We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. This drive starts with barely any
You
time
never
left.
know what can
13
happen with
seconds in the
niggas.
half. First down, here's Russ. He gets a lot behind one, deep
He
downfield.
did.
And he hauls in the interception. Quan Martin with the pick. And the Commanders get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Well, that's now his
He tried his hardest.
He's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession,
How,
another
bro?
challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
One final shot before halftime. Throwing for the end zone.
Open front pick.
And he's there to send that one away incomplete. So
I wish that motherfucker would have bounced in my hand. That's really what I wanted to happen.
More of the NFL on EA Sports.
I wanted you to tip it, but I'm right there and catch that motherfucker.
Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Who knows when the deciding moment will come? We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Fielded at the 7.
They gonna give me a kick return.
To the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Benton stopped by Alex Highsmith. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden
Damn,
plays
what's
in the
up?
game. Right, doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
From the 34. chased out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. It brings up third down.
Look at how well their coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throw away.
Daniels throwing on third. He's going deep this time. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he's in for the
Yeah.
touchdown.
Yeah.
The Commanders take the lead right away in half number 2.
That's a great fucking throw,
Well, this has
Jaden.
definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question
No.
right there is one the defense has to answer. But this
That's
year, the
ass.
coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
No, bro. What the
Following
fuck?
point after, the chance to take his frustrations
Oh, I
out on
thought that was an
football
ass
as he
kick. I ain't
sends
gonna
this
lie.
away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30.
I just missed a fucking extra point.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Catch made by Austin. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the first.
I love throwing a first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for and you go out and execute.
1st and 10, give to Harris.
Yeah, that's a good ass
And
run.
he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's 16 on the pickup. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to him. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he can only manage a few yards at most.
Russ now from the gun.
He's not
Complete to
there?
Williams. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'm sure coach, play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got first down from the 31. Running behind center with Harris. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 now. Oh no, they get him yet again. Claude Martin with
Pick
the
6
pick.
that shit.
And the Commanders get it back as he intercepts him for the second time this game. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way
Yeah, I was about to say, that's why.
Trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash
Damn,
play
bro.
and delivers.
Fuck.
Couldn't connect
I
on
didn't even
first and
choose that.
second down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Quick touch pass to the receiver.
Damn.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up third and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front. They fired off the line knowing a run was coming, and boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
Escapes the pocket.
Nigga, keep fucking running.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Fuck are you stopping for?
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover
Dumbass.
and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Starts the return at the 34.
You hit that nigga.
Before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 65
That
yards
nigga
on
keep
the punt
running,
there.
bro.
And the Steelers will take over possession. New set of downs for him at the 38. Harris gets it on the counter. And he gets him around 6 there. Jeremy Chin there on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. So we hit the end of the third quarter. It's Steelers football. A nice help for them as they trail entering the quarter. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Harris once more, and he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. To throw, here's Wilson. This one to Williams out left side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Wilson on 1st and 10. Austin's there to haul it in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Now running for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 32. Pass taken
Come
in
on,
by
bro.
Freiermuth. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. I'll try to run it with Harris. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a Steelers first down.
Win the early battle. Give them leverage. One man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
Warren here from the gun. He's into the front for a gain of about 2. To go. Let's see how they approach this second down. He'll look to throw it. Taken in by Harris. And they get this down the 10-yard line before going down. The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Buys time, rolling right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Back to throw.
I seen that shit.
And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. To throw. Forced out to his right. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Desperation time here on 4th.
Fuck!
And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute.
Bro, I was that late.
Now on for a likely game.
Yes.
If he can hit it.
You know that.
And he gets the extra point, and that kick gives them the 1-point lead right near the end of this game. Now Boswell on to send this away.
I'm right there, bruh.
His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. On the move, headed right. Bit of desperation on his deep shot. Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. Looks like he came down on that sideline. Second down coming up.
That's
That's
crazy.
one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do,
bruh.
so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap to Daniels. That's complete inside the 35. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And now they call the timeout. Oh, Brock, what a play to get him into range. And now they can win it all as time expires. This game now resting on the try from Austin Seibert. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards.
You iced the kicker when you paused it.
The kick is good. He
Let's
got
go.
it. And that, folks, is a game winner. To score this,
Good game, bro.